Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. And in this case, I am talking about two big interests. The interest of the Abembem Ludiruwigini of party NRM. The interest of the Ludiruwigini who are the Abembem of NRM party. They have their own interest. And then interest number two is the interest of the majority population. And these are the voters, which is the will of the people, by the way. So as a mobilizer, I am supposed to go with the majority. Because without majority, there is no winning. So I decided to go with the majority. Now, who are the majority? The majority here are the leaders who have so many following. The leaders who have more voters behind them. The other side of the leaders are the ones who are being fronted by the Ludiruwigini Abembem of the party. This is where I got problem now. As a mobilizer, I am now in dilemma, total dilemma. Because serving both interests has become very, very difficult. In fact, not only difficult, but very risky for me. Supporting the interest of the majority, which is democracy, has made me to become an enemy to the few individuals, the Abembem of the party, whose interests serve very few people, not the majority. As a mobilizer, I sided with the majority, which is democracy. Today, they are calling me names. Accusations after accusations. Dirty plans after dirty plans. And yet, I thought it wise that as a mobilizer, I should reach out to the opposition in their base, not just calling opposition to join us from where we are, but I went up to them. I decided to be like a pastor. I decided to be like a bishop, like a sheikh, like a reverend father, reverend sister. I decided to go up to opposition base and pick some of them, prominent opposition leaders, to bring them to our side. I even made them to vote for His Excellency, President Yoweri Museveni Kagota. They even mentioned His Excellency's name in our rallies, calling their fellow opposition members to vote for His Excellency. To me, this was the area of my job. I am not only to call people to join us from where we are. We need to go to them. Just like you leave the church and you reach out to the bars. You enter in the bars, you enter in all those areas so that you can have the biggest congregation ever in the church. And that's what I did. But at the end of the day, me who brought even members of the opposition to campaign for NRM, to campaign for His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni, I became an enemy of the Ludiruwigini, their Bem Bem group. This is what we call the greatest dilemma of all time that I'm in. Me, I thought election we win by the majority, not by those few individuals. But again, these people are showing us that elections of today is won through the backing of few Ludiruwigini. They are Bem Bem only, but not the majority. They don't care about the majority votes. So why do you send us to go and preach the gospel of the party to many people? Now, our elections, instead of elections now, our election has become selection. Selection of a few individuals. Instead of elections, it has become selections. Ladies and gentlemen, call me Boss Miko Team, son of Joyce. Today is the 1st of August, 2025. The dilemma that I'm in, the dilemma that all these other mobilizers of the party are in, is a serious one. Because we are confused, we ask ourselves, do we go with the majority or we go with the few Bem Bem? Because if it is for democracy, then the majority will win it for us. But surprisingly, the election of today is won by the few big individuals, the big fish of the party. They don't care about the majority votes. They care only about the selection, but not election. Today they call us names. Because we have not followed their instructions. And they say people like us, people like Boss Mick, are indisciplined, very indisciplined. And they plan to deal with the Boss Mick. They want to deal with the people who go for majority votes instead of the selected votes. Mobilization has become very difficult. You don't know which interest to serve. Lock and lock my tech, my petty you. Lock and lock my tech, my petty you. Lock a tech. Buara ko me robiano. Buara ne weng don wayne. Wabi negiro. Wabi magiro, wabi negiro. Wabi magiro, wabi negiro. Sirung teacher ngo. Pian ana tiki dero na my own skills, my own knowledge, my own tactics and approach. Mekelo dano ipati. Wek dano bini pati mapol mirgitim ngo ana tiki adamme. Ero ini mirni kitim migini ubir ka view. So do tia bor kwa wabi magiro, wabi negiro. Wabi magiro, wabi negiro. Mone lock. Ma anatika going through intimidation of the highest level. For